Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted this. I wanted to serve my country, and I want to go. I want to go to Vietnam, and I'll die there if I have to.
Oliver Stone's Platoon was about one Marine's experience in Vietnam. With Born on the 4th of July, Stone widens his vision to show the political, religious, and social machinery that manufactures soldiers, then chews them up and spits them out. Stone's adaptation of paraplegic Marine turned anti-war activist Ron Kovic's memoir is an epic of disillusionment about a man raised on a diet of militaristic propaganda who realized too late that it was poison. The film's opening section, shot in anamorphic widescreen by cinematographer Robert Richardson in golden tones reminiscent of Life magazine and Norman Rockwell paintings, subverts familiar American rituals and iconography. Born on the 4th is filled with rituals and gatherings meant to reproduce ideology, particularly the notion that America is a selfless warrior nation that rewards winners who never quit, that our leaders and institutions have the individual's best interest at heart, and that one need not question authority because Father, in all of his forms, knows best.
That rope is like life! You grab it and hang on to it! Next! I want you to kill!
If you want to try something difficult, if you want to try to achieve the impossible, you try 13 weeks of hell at Parris Island, South Carolina, and you find out if you got what it takes. You find out if you really are a man, and the Marines may be what you're looking for.
Kovic's blind faith in authority and his obsession with belonging are fortified by denial and repression, perfect traits for a soldier who is expected to do as he's told and never ask why.
Did you like it? I don't know. Hey, look how many push-ups I can do.
I don't have time for that kind of stuff. You know, going to proms, there's a lot of things to take care of before you go in the Marines.
You know I don't allow Playboy magazine
No, Stevie
in this
gave
house.
it to me. I was holding it for
You
Stevie.
have filthy, impure thoughts!
I got your rice on the stove and there's fresh fruit in the ice.
I can't.
But it's on your diet, right?
No, I told you, Ma. I gotta drop 3 pounds by Saturday.
But Colonel, these people, the Viet Cong, they fought the French and the Japanese for 30 years. Do you really think they can be weeded out?
I think that anything that lives in a cave can be weeded out.
In Vietnam, this good soldier pays a terrible price. He lets himself be bullied into accepting faulty battlefield intelligence, participates in a botched raid on a non-existent enemy stronghold that kills civilians, then accepts his superior's cover story.
Can you see him? Right there, you see him? They got rifles. Can you see the rifles? Right there, you see him? You see him? Can you see the rifles?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The resulting chain of moral compromises and tragic mishaps, including Kovic's accidental shooting of a fellow soldier, an act he denies and represses under orders from higher up, exposes the lies on which his identity and his country's self-image are based.
But, sir, I think I killed Wilson.
I don't think so, Kovic.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
In a skirmish with the enemy, Kovic is shot in the foot, falls down, then summons his inner John Wayne and stands to fight again, sustaining wounds that confine him to a wheelchair and render him impotent. At home, Kovic is treated as a shameful afterthought by the military, a heroic abstraction by his town, and a symbol of failure by Vietnam's opponents and supporters alike.
I was on Iwo Jima. We lost 5,000 men the first day. Don't go crying in your fucking beer to me.
Daddy, the soldier!
The rest of the movie is a sociological detective story, with Kovic trying to answer the question, why did I go to Vietnam? And once I got there, what possessed me to stand up when I should have stayed down? Ironically, these questions are answered in the opening parade, when the young hero regards a line of wounded World War II vets, one of whom is played by the real Kovic. The reality of war is inscribed on the faces of the vets, who are treated as human props every July 4th, then forgotten anew until the following Memorial Day. Kovic, taught from birth to equate war with patriotism and manhood, answers the old vet's 1,000-yard stare with a blank look, and the shot pans left so that Kovic's face is replaced by his flag.
First time I got hit, I was shot in the foot. I could have laid down. Who gives a fuck now if I was a hero or not? I was paralyzed, castrated that day. Why?
Kovic answers that question by facing facts he had previously denied, voicing thoughts he had once repressed, and speaking truth to power.
Go fight! Go kill!
We shot women and children.
You didn't shoot women and children?
No, not with the catheter. For God's sake! Penis! Don't say penis in this house! Penis!
This is very difficult for me to say. But Mr. Wilson, I think I was the one that killed your son that night.
My name is Ron Kovic. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I'm here tonight to say that this war is wrong, that this society lied to me, it lied to my brothers. I can't find the words to express how the leadership of this government sickens me.
Throughout, Stone subverts patriotic iconography to enable viewers to recognize it, see through it, and rebel against it. Born on the 4th of July is anti-war in the deepest, most basic sense. A film that shows how America uses words and images as psychological weapons, and then turns those weapons against their creators.